Okay, so welcome to the source code process. This is the secret to rapid, aligned, abundant business growth. And it's perfect for anyone who wants to grow and scale a business that is high impact, helps people in truly transformational ways, is heart driven, and yeah, really makes a positive difference in the world. My name's Ed Lester. Over the last 25 years, I've been helping coaches, hypnotherapists, counselors, trainers, all kinds of professional change agents to make a positive difference and grow these amazing businesses. And I want to do the same for you. This is going to be perfect for you if you are already running a 6-figure business that you're trying to grow to a 7-figure business and beyond and do something truly amazing. Or even if you're just in the early stages, if you have a new business that you want to grow, you're just seeing your first few clients, or you just kind of got started. Also, if you haven't even got started yet, that's fine. This could be exactly what you need to give you that energy, that confidence, that breakthrough. Just to be clear, the number one reason that people get stuck in the early stages of business growth, especially if they're heart-centered, heart-driven, they want to make a positive difference, is because they get stuck in fear. They get stuck in fear, self-doubt, things such as imposter syndrome, doubting ourselves, wondering if we're good enough, etc. And all of that is what's happening inside, not outside. And so you can learn all of the skills. You can learn how to do the marketing, how to do the business growth, and financial, all of those other things. You can learn all the skills, and it's kind of like you know what to do, but something inside is blocking you. And the same thing happens at a higher level. People who've run a business for the longest time can get very stuck, and they go round and round in circles. They get stuck in hustle. Again, they get stuck in fear, and they keep bouncing into this brick wall. And the thing that I want to teach you before you go and do the first meditation, and the first meditation is absolutely source code based. It's going to make a profound difference for you. But before you run off and do the meditation, I just want you to understand a couple of really simple concepts that you probably haven't heard before, certainly not in this way. Okay, so everything that happens when people get stuck in business, especially in the early stages, and especially coaches and hypnotherapists, counselors, people that are trainers, people are trying to make a positive difference. One of the big reasons they get stuck comes down to one word, which is comparison. They compare themselves, number one, to other people. Am I doing this the way that other people do it? Am I as good as them? Do I have the skills they have? Can I grow my business as big as their business is? Okay, and it comes down to comparison. The other kind of comparison is setting up this perfect ideal of what you think things should be or how you think they should be, and comparing yourself now to what you think it should be. Okay, so I'm nowhere near where I need to be. I'm so new on my journey compared to how experienced I need to be and how wise I need to be. And what this causes, again, is inertia, perfectionism, procrastination, and people just get stuck. The key is to get started. If you were learning to play tennis, I could teach you how to play tennis on the whiteboard. I could demonstrate with a picture how to hold the tennis bat. You don't want to actually see my pictures and illustrations, for goodness sake. But that said, I could show you how to hold the racket. I could show you how to hit the ball. I could give you all kinds of tips. But until you pick that racket up and start actually hitting the ball and playing tennis, you never really start to learn. I know when I was younger, when I was 17 years old, I learned to drive, passed my driving test. The driving instructor taught me all this stuff, even where to put my feet and how to hold the steering wheel. But until I passed my driving test and I was sitting in a car by myself with the keys, driving, that's the moment I really started to learn. And so in business, it's the same. Sometimes you fall forward, you get moving. You want to manage your risk. You don't want to do stupid stuff. You don't want to take crazy risks. But that said, you need to get moving, and that's how you learn and that's how you get better. So part of my job with the source code process is just to get you moving so that you feel free, so that you feel aligned and energized and excited and confident, and you just get moving, because that's the frequency you need to be in. And make no mistake, the source code process is all about getting you out of the old frequency into the new frequency where you just move and you start to experience some wonderful, wonderful things. And again, I've been doing this for 25 years plus, hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands if the truth be told, of coaches and change professionals and individuals that I've helped take from really ground zero right through to having very, very successful and enjoyable businesses, aligned businesses. Because that's the other thing. A lot of you, a lot of my clients who have very successful businesses and have done in the past, the real issue becomes not so much the financial growth side of things, but more, I'm not enjoying this. I'm not working with the kind of people I want to work with. I'm not making the kind of difference that I want to make. Or I keep going around in circles and hitting brick walls. And it's much more about alignment and joy and abundance and freedom and all of those things. So the two things I want to talk to you about, and then honestly, I don't want to hold you back. I want you to go and get stuck into the first meditation and maybe do that at least 2 or 3 times to really start to get the effects and the breakthroughs and the letting go, if truth be told, of some of the old beliefs, some of the old frequency. Before you get stuck in, 2 things I want to talk to you about. One is this idea of comparison. How much at the moment are you working from a place of comparison? And how much at the moment are you working for a place of uniqueness? This is me concentrating and trying to write as clearly as possible for you. You don't want to see my handwriting when I write quickly. It would just be a squiggle. The cure, okay, the thing that fixes fear and comparison, okay, and lack and all of those negative energies that are all fear-based, the thing that fixes it is uniqueness, okay? Everyone's trying to be better. Everyone's trying to get better and do things better than other people when they're doing comparison. But when you're in your unique source code, you're already the best. Nobody can compete with you when you're being unique. Okay, and one of the, as an aside, one of the real big skills in manifestation and abundance is to celebrate the things you're not good at. Okay, let's put the low frequency, and this is about power as well. Okay, this is about power. And this is about uniqueness. High frequency. Okay, what is it that you in your unique source code are really bad at? It's an awful question. People don't ask themselves. It's actually a wonderful question, but people hate asking themselves it because we're taught not to. We're taught to work on our weaknesses. Every interview you ever go to for a job, you're told, what are you weak at? Because we want you to work on that. We want you to get better at your weaknesses. Source code is like, celebrate your weaknesses and don't do them. Let go of them. Get someone else to do that. I am, and this, I said, this is about manifestation and abundance. It's not many people understand this. I am terrible at do-it-yourself, DIY, practical skills like, anything with a screwdriver, a wrench, a drill, a hammer and nails. Do not give me that job. I will break it, okay? That shelf will fall down. That ceiling will fall down. It will be terrible. And I love the fact that I'm bad at that stuff because it's not my source code. You want to get crystal clear on what's your source code, what's not your source code. Practical DIY, not my source code. Head in the sky, ideas, dreams, vision, helping people get breakthroughs, helping make a positive difference. From that place of imagination, creativity, that's my source code, okay? That's what I do, and I love that, okay? I love helping you now to grow your business and to help you get the breakthroughs so you can step into your power, because that's me and my source code. But don't ask me to put up a shelf in your house. So this is what we're looking at here. The secret to getting rid of comparison, to overcoming the fear and the insecurities and the stuckness of comparison. Am I good enough? Am I as good as them? Can I do it? Etc. How to get there and break free is to celebrate uniqueness. So we want to get you all the way along here towards uniqueness. And the other thing is frequency. We want to get you from low frequency, worry, fear, doubt, etc. Hustle, frustration, feeling lost, uncertain, misaligned, unaligned. We want to get you from here all the way to high frequency. So what we're looking for when you listen to the first meditation and start to make that part of who you are, start to really reprogram yourself and retune yourself in that way, we want you up here. We want you in your unique source code and we want you in your high frequency power. That's the secret. When that happens, we are already so much closer to getting you the breakthrough you want. And again, doesn't matter if the breakthrough is to get started. Doesn't matter if the breakthrough is to grow from a client or two into a bigger coaching business or a bigger change transformation business. Or if you're already doing great, but you want to either pivot and get into something that you enjoy a lot more and change things and attract new clients and reposition yourself, or you just want to grow because you're already loving what you're doing, but you're stuck at a plateau and you want to get growing bigger and bigger. Either way, wherever you are, this is going to be perfect. And I would suggest right now the key is to go and get stuck into that first meditation. And then I'll see you back here afterwards.